So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
And Tracy,
You're
and
good
Desi.
now. Are you doing a Romper Room impersonation?
No, they're all standing right here beside me.
Oh, Tracy, which
yeah,
Tracy?
Butterfly, Tracy Curley.
All right, so this is part 4, I think. Right?
4,
Part 4, I believe. Yes.
3,
No, part 4.
4.
Part 4. Yep. And we're at Lyft live, and I'm sitting here staring out the window, because I'm charging, and Al's wandering around.
Yes. Me and Butterfly.
A butterfly.
Butterfly and I.
Butterfly is flying around.
Yes. She's leading the path. She's doing. But we've gone to the east end of the building, to a spot we haven't really been to yet. See what's going on over here. Butterfly's just communicating with some friends here. Friends of the cannabis community. Amy Brown, Tracy Curley, Desi.
Oh, that Tracy. There's lots of Tracys in the community.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just having a gab with them. I think she wanted to talk to... Where were you directing? Background.
So give people your opinion, Al, on what you're seeing. I got to admit,
It's massive.
it's massive, but you know
it's
what?
big.
I want to say that I'm not impressed with the vape lounge at all.
Oh, well, yeah, let's discuss the vape lounge. Al, I don't know, buddy. You do look 18 to me.
Well, you know what? Yeah, the largest big room with people in it. Sorry, but that's my opinion. That's why we have a disclaimer.
No. The other thing too is that you needed to produce a medical ID of some sort to get in.
Yep, I did. So
and
that's a little.
You didn't
annoying.
have that on you, so you were denied entry.
I have it with me right now, yeah, but I mean, I've gotten to the point where I don't even want to hand anything out.
Right.
Yeah.
This
is my medicine. Fuck off. The only
Tracy.
The only people that need to know anything is my doctor and the government.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Doctor and the government. That's all it needs to know. Well, what do you think? Should we fire up an interview here?
Go for it, man. I'm just,
let's
staring
fire
out
up
the window.
Let's fire up some pressure. I'm live on the radio right now. Would you like to talk to me, or is somebody here to talk to me?
Yeah, I have a few minutes.
Do you?
Only a few minutes.
Few minutes? Okay, you say I've got to go.
Okay.
If I haven't left by then.
All right.
Okay, well, you can see my name's Al Graham.
Yeah.
Okay. We're live on lifestyleradio.net as well as 420radio.ca.
Okay.
All right. And we're touring around the expo talking to the vendors about their products.
Okay.
And so I'm here with...
Brady, that's my name. Pure Pressure is the company. PURE pressure.com.
And what is Pure Pressure?
We make rosin presses. We make like a commercially focused rosin press. So yeah, once again, you can check us out at purepressure.com. Our units cost $7,200 USD, and rosin is a great way to make a solventless concentrate.
Yes, it is. I think it's about the only way that the federal government here hasn't banned.
Yeah, not yet. That's what it appears to be. So yeah, rosin. There's a lot of potential here for sure.
It wouldn't make sense. Can you hear me, Al?
No, he can't.
Oh, okay.
He can't hear you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can mention it, and I'll ask him.
I've lost my train of thought now. Thanks, Al.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not an organic, there's no organic solvents involved, so it's pure.
Yeah, just heat and pressure. That's all you're doing. You're melting down, basically melting down the sticky part of weed. The more advanced the answer is you're melting down the glandular domes on your trichome heads.
Taking that away from us, Al, would be like taking away wine presses from people.
Yeah. Now, when you mentioned $7,200 for a press, like, do you just have the one size? You got
just one size at the moment. We got a smaller unit coming out. It's going to be like a handheld portable unit, probably about $1,500 USD, so about 2,000 Canadian or so. Yeah.
So this is all hydraulic?
It's a pneumatic machine right here. Yeah.
And what's the pressure?
It does 8 tons of pressure.
8 tons. And then you have options on plates?
So you really don't have options on plates. You have options on bag size. For the most part, you go with this press right here and you use a 2.5 by 9-inch bag.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of bags. How about you, Al? You got a press?
I'm undecided about using bags or not yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've heard both sides of the argument.
Now, is there certain heat settings for the rookie guy like me who's never used one of these things?
180 to 220 is where you'll do just about all your pressing. Flour is like 190 to 220, depending on how fresh it is. Key sift hash, 180 to 200.
Quality comes down to what you're putting in?
Yeah. Yep. The more resinous it is, the more you're going to get out.
Now, do you find that, I've talked to people to find that they're converting from flour to just basically consuming concentrate?
Yeah, no, that's definitely a big trend in the industry. Yeah, it's just people going to kind of concentrates only. Little quicker application.
A bit of a harm reduction move too, isn't it?
Yeah. Less smoking. Which is good for your lungs, kind of thing.
Yeah. One of my joint hosts on my radio show, that's what she has done. And actually, Al, you're sort of in that position almost.
I'm not smoking much bud anymore, and I've got my squisher. I'm gonna start squishing my own stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, your website again?
Purepressure.com. Pure pressure.com.
Any social media?
Yep, Go Pure Pressure is all of our social media. Definitely YouTube, Instagram. Education's our whole thing. You'll find a lot of info on our YouTube channel.
Is there anything you'd like to mention while you're on the
No,
radio?
that's it for the most part. GoPurePressure.com.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Al says thank you. Okay. All right.
We should go over and get our free coffee and ice cream donut.
Oh yeah. What time is it?
I don't know.
Okay, we got enough time to do another interview before we go to the prearranged one.
Do it, buddy. Do it.
Okay. What do we see here? Grow Logic Technology. Vaporize. What's this guy doing? This guy here, he's in a... Oh, I see what we're in. He's standing in a booth full of... I'm live on the radio. I'm not talking to myself. He's standing in this booth with air blowing in the bottom, and he's being... I guess being that it's like Monopoly money, but it looks like money floating around. It's Monopoly money, but there's money floating around in front of him. I don't know what the objective is. What's the objective here, guys? Do you know? You don't know either, eh? Oh, okay. So you got to stand in this small round room here. That's probably 7.5 feet tall. It's probably 4 feet across, and they blow air on the bottom of the money. And there's a pink card in there. It's blowing around, and you have to catch the pink card. And if you catch the pink card, then you win a prize. All right. Butterfly. I'm over here. You gotta get in this booth, man. I don't know how long you'd have to wait.
It would make my hair look better. Some girls would say it would mess my hair, but it would make my hair look better. I'd work it.
You'd work it.
I'd work it so my cowlicks came out so nice. I would work that.
He didn't catch.
I would bend and snap for that.
He did catch it. We're at the. Did we want to see if we can grab somebody here at this booth?
Which booth are you at?
Before we go to the other. Fido Extractions.
Oh, Fido. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do they have shatters and stuff there?
I'm looking around. As far as product availability, I can see some envelopes inside their packages. I'm looking for somebody who will talk to me. I'm live on the radio. That's fine. That's why I said looking for, just in case you weren't. Can you point me direction? No? Are they all here? Oh, okay, all right. Okay. Alrighty, let's move on.
Alrighty.
Okay, all right. What haven't we covered? Well, let's go down here some more. There's so many roads, so many paths.
Down a bit, though. How about that? Little guys, let's look at the Oh, I don't tell you that. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Saw that right.
Smokeware Distributors. Okay, I'm just making my way. It's just so big. What's this? Evolves. There's a couple guys standing around looking for something to do. I'm live on the radio. Either one of you guys want to talk to me? Look at that. They pointed at each other. I'll only keep it for 5 minutes. If that. There's too many booths to just spend an hour talking to. There's my card. Okay. We are live. I do have another person in my ears. You can't hear him because you're not wearing headphones. Okay. So if I'm looking like I'm talking to somebody, I am. Okay. All right. Okay. Basically, we're just going around in the show here, seeing what people think about the expo, finding out about the company, what they do. And as I walk by here, I see something that looks like a distillery.
Yeah, so basically we're one-stop shop for all extraction equipment needs, laboratory equipment. My name's Matt, and the company's name is Evolved Extraction Solutions. We're based out of Vancouver, BC. We ship anywhere in North America. We have an online e-commerce platform at evolvedextraction.com. And this is just some of the items that we sell. We have over 1,400 SKUs, and
This looks like something you would see in, I don't know, a lab or factory. Like, so people would put their cannabis in this big cylinder here on the end.
Top cylinder there. You load the cannabis into the tube. This unit holds 7 pounds.
7 pounds out.
And then you would wash the solvent over top of it. It's going to collect all the CBDs, THC, and terpenes. It's going to fall into the collection pot. You're then going to recover your solvent back into the tank, open it up, put the oil into a vacuum purge oven, and purge the remaining amounts of solvent that is in the system, or carry on through the process if it's a crude oil to make other products like distillates, butters, diamonds, all that sort of stuff.
So is there a home version of this?
There is. This is our bigger unit. Yeah. We do have a 1 pound unit, 3 pound unit, and 5 pound unit.
Oh, cool. And now, you mentioned a solvent. Is there certain kinds?
Yes. So we sell the solvents as well. So we sell everything, including all the consumables, dry ice, instrument grade hydrocarbons like propane, isobutane, and butane. We also sell ethanol, all sorts of things.
Oh, wow. Geez, you got it all, don't you? Well, you say large inventory, right? Great. And let's see what else. So how are you finding the expo?
Great. Really busy. Gauging lots of interest here. So.
You've been here in the past?
Yeah, we've been here. Last year we were here, and we were also in Lift, Vancouver, the last 3 years. So.
Did you notice it's twice as big as it was last year?
Yes, I did notice that. Yeah, it's grown quite quickly.
Yeah. It's too bad they only gave 2 days for the public, right?
Yes, yeah. Yesterday was industry night. Yeah.
How was that?
Very busy as well. Yeah.
Good. Okay, well, we're gonna move on. Where can people find you? Social media?
Yep. So Evolved Extraction and evolvedextraction.com is our website. All our information's on there. We've got all of our prices, and you can even purchase anything from there. We ship anywhere in North America.
Great. And being that it looks like lab equipment, you don't need any lab experience or permit.
You don't. Most of it's pretty turnkey. We do offer consultations as well. So
Good. Okay, good to know. Thank you very much. All right, there you go, Al. Went from one method to another. Went from squishing to
extracting.
Extracting.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. Oh. That booth's not busy. ProMix. Look pretty quiet. And then over here we got a Love Dirt booth, and it's packed.
I love dirt.
All right. How much time we got, Al? We got that scheduled appointment.
We should go over.
Okay. All right. I'm going to come back down to this booth, I think. What is this? What's this? What's this butterfly?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So let's look at the brochure.
Oh, it's automatic harvester. This guy, it looks like, that game on Price is Right. You drop a thing down, it bounces back and forth, and you just got to land in certain spots at the bottom.
Professional tumblers and trimmers. Tumblers to get your trichomes, your lovely, lovely powdery substance that is the key to my existence. No, just kidding. And then a trimmer to take your big, huge tree, put it in, and have everything trimmed up so pretty and nice.
That's quite the machine up there. Look at that. Wonder, I've used one trimmer in the past, an automatic trimmer, and it made the buds go dark after a while. Originally, when it came out of the machine, they were black, but then they went dark. Like, I don't know. The pictures look fantastic.
Would that matter what timing within you did your initial cut from the stem?
And it could be depends on the machine. If the machine handles them too rough versus the machine that doesn't too. Okay, we gotta make our way up here to this booth. This is like walking through the grocery store. It's just one. You walk around, and next thing you know, whoever you've been walking with, they're gone because they've. Oh, look at this!
Sandra's coming in to say hi.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
Oh, look at this! Predict when legal cannabis sales will go live in Canada. July 1st, August 1st, September 1st. I actually say June, August, September 1st. September 1st at the earliest for me, man.
You think so?
Yeah. Win a $500 gift certificate from Air Canada. Predict when it will go on sale, and most of the people in this survey are saying September. Because the question is, we'll project when legal cannabis sales will go live. Not when it becomes legal, but when it goes live, right? I'd say September 1st.
What role do you play at the
Jeez. I should get this microphone in front of you. You're doing an interview. Okay, all right. Well, I meant that booth. The guy's got people in there. He's talking to a couple of people. So that's so fine. Not a problem. Well, there's lots of people here to talk to. Believe me. Okay.
I can have a card. I can take that on the back of there. Oh, super, Caitlin. Thank you. I have to catch up.
He's busy.
Okay.
He's busy.
I don't know if Caitlin wants to appear on the radio.
I'm live on the radio, online radio, on Lifestyle Radio right now.
I've got no one here that does all of that stuff.
Okay, no problem. But I see September is leading. And I may even predict even after that.
Well, my birthday's October 1st, so I would like to see it before then.
There you go. October 1st. She wants it legal by then, the sales. So, I think she's in the same boat as me. Because like June 7th is the vote day in the Senate. Well, see, there's going to be amendments.
There definitely will be.
They've only got 2 weeks to get those amendments passed before the House adjourns. And the House doesn't adjourn. If the House adjourns before it's done, then you're seeing the end of September before it even comes back. So it could be Christmas.
I think there's enough push that they're going to try and get it done. I'm an optimist more than a
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, Butterfly. You ready to flap your wings? Hey, how you doing?
I'm asking what he thinks about all the changes.
It changes, yeah. Yeah.
We love it, though.
It's huge. It's twice the size. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the old wall was over here. Yeah, right there. Right. Yeah, right there. Yeah. This is the first expo they've opened the wall. Yeah. Yeah. You know, one vendor said that some people thought maybe it wasn't as busy, but I think it depends on where you are located in here, where your booth is, okay? And because of the fact it's twice the amount of floor space, they'd have to attract twice the amount of people to make it feel the same.
Yep. Well, imagine having just half the space with all these people. It would have been elbows. You know,
They had
to have opened it up like this, or else it wouldn't have been feasible.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right, you head on your way. They take care. All right, this way. No. It was, yeah, they're busy. So we're making our way. I'd really like to find a home insurance company because there's legalizations coming on. I wonder what's going to happen because the government doesn't want people growing it outside visibly to anybody. People are going to grow it inside. Are they about to eliminate insurance for millions of Canadians that will be growing?
We passed the one insurance company there, and I believe that we've had somebody from their offices on there.
Oh, okay.
Right. So why don't you go find them? They were over on, I don't even remember. You're on the east end?
I know about. I think I know where they were.
Okay.
I think
it's
top of the
Scott
escalator.
Wilkins that works there.
Was it LMG or something?
Yeah, something like that. I think that's Scott, the company that Scott works at. Yeah.
Does not contain THC.
Oh, no THC. Go away.
No THC. It's a mint. And when you get close and you're talking to people, it's always good to have a mint handy.
I'm sitting here with Sandra Petit.
Hello, Sandra.
And she's resting her feet like I'm resting mine, and Al's wandering around, and I'm sitting in the lobby.
Looking outside at all the people who are medicating.
I've moved under where we were originally going to sit.
Oh, you're under the escalators.
Yep. I'm all plugged in and everything here. There we go. I'm going to miss the demo, but maybe we'll be charged up enough that I can come up and see it. I'm interested. So where are you going to now, Al?
Well, Butterfly's talking to some people here. I'm trying to get down to the insurance guy.
Oh, okay. All right. So while you're doing this, why don't you give us an idea of your opinion of what you've seen so far?
What have I seen?
You know,
I see a massive amount of booths.
Two words come to mind. Two words come to mind. Yeah, car show.
Car show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Car show, whatever. Yeah, it's
kind of
booths.
atmosphere.
Yeah, it's not like the old TY Expos that had all solid walls
not.
around it. It's all wide open, and if you've got a wall that you want to put a display wall up, you bring in your wall. Yeah, but everything is carpeted where you walk.
I mean, it's a nice setup. Yes, of course it is. There's a lot of high-end booths here. It's not little booths. There's large booths, very large corporate booths.
Yes, there are.
Sandra's shaking her head. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going past the lift booth. That's huge. Okay. Now, I'm almost there. We came up first time. I'm retracing our original steps in here this morning when we arrived at 10:30. No, it wasn't 10:30. 12 o'clock. Before 12. Butterfly can still see me. I'm just staying ahead of her a little bit here.
Are you giving us a recap?
Yeah. This morning's walkthrough. Okay, I'm close. I can feel
close. It. Okay, I'm at 46%. As soon as I hit 50%, I'm going out and smoking some shatter.
Yeah? Butterfly. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Okay. We see each other.
Oh, you found Butterfly?
Yeah. It's so easy to get separated in here. Okay, I think it must be this next row. Oh, just bumped into somebody. Chest to chest.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Why would you do that? That's because you're talking on your cell phone now.
Yeah, well, I'm looking.
You know, in New York City, Times Square, it's illegal to walk down the road using your cell phone because people bump into something. They've actually passed a bylaw.
Who's this?
Packs that keep your weed wet and nice and moist.
Oh, those things.
What's that?
Okay.
Wexting, they call it.
I know I'm close. It's this aisle, the next aisle. It's just so big, right? If it's not this aisle, I've missed it somehow. Oh, here it is.
You find it?
Here it is. I found it. I found where I was going.
Look for a guy named Scott.
Well, I don't see his name on it. Oh, yeah, it is him.
Scott Wilkins?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know if it's him in the booth here, but his cards are here.
Okay. We'll see if he's around. We'll talk to him. He's a good guy.
Hi. How are you? Sky? Yeah. I'm Al. We're live on the radio.
Cool. How are you doing today?
Good. I guess we know Scott.
Well, hey, yeah.
Is that Scott over there?
That is Scott. That is Scott, yeah.
We can talk to you, though.
Sure.
I have another.
Tell him I'll come up after and say hi.
Okay, I'll pass that on.
All right.
If I look like I'm talking to myself, I'm not.
Okay, not a problem. Hey, there you go.
Okay, you let us know where we are.
Hey, we're in Toronto, Canada, man.
Right, there's the answer. Okay, now what company are you with?
Actually, I work with TCSI, Trichome Consulting Services.
Oh, okay, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and then I'll talk to Scott when he comes back. So tell us about TCSI then.
Well, basically what we do is we set up licensed producers. We get them their full application. We're 100% compliant with Health Canada. We walk the clients through every single step, from building to security to every aspect. Oh my goodness. Done SOPs. It is really quite involved.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are finding whether they try and do it on their own, they run into a lot of issues because the lines aren't really black and white still. And the regulations that they give you, there still is some variances. So when people do try to do their own application, they run into a lot of stumbling blocks.
Well, there's been thousands that have applied and piles have been rejected. So you're there to make sure that doesn't happen.
That's correct. I mean, your building has to be compliant. Each person that works in your company, from your master grower, has to have the right, not recommendations, but they have to have the right credentials to your quality assurance people. I mean, your security people. They all have to be able to perform and do what Health Canada needs.
Now, recently, it wasn't that long ago, where they make some changes on the regulations for all that. Did that make it any easier?
It makes it a little bit easier, but, now they're working in these craft growers. It is a really good thing because there are a lot of really great smaller growers. And it's like a wine. It's, sometimes I've tried the best wine that hasn't been from a big name. Right? They've got their own nuances of what they do. So it does make it a little simpler, but for craft growers, the regulations are fairly stringent.
Second.
You got it.
Am I still there, Al? Yeah, buddy. My alarm went off.
You're here.
Oh.
You're here.
No, we were live. Just as you wrapped up there,
okay.
You're here, buddy.
My phone, are we still there?
Yes, you are.
Okay, because the one time it dropped and my alarm went off, and I heard it go out. Oh no! Yeah, it's 4:20. Yeah,
it's 4:20.
Okay, so we're still good. We're still live. All right, good stuff.
There you go.
Now, consulting, ranging stuff.
Lots
With
of
these
people
micro
smoking
growers,
outside
that's something a whole new thing you'd have to, learn yourselves.
That's correct. That's correct. We do have a team that works with us. Everybody is a specialty is special in their field, so it really does take a team to put something like this together. Key component: get yourself a good team when you're getting into this business. The better the team, the better the results. Right. And there's so many avenues that you can take. And we're such in the infancy right now. The industry is so small compared to what it potentially can be.
Now, I heard this earlier, and I asked another guy with a different business. They're up around 100 LPs, licensed producers, right now.
That's correct.
Someone believe that that could double in a year's time.
I do believe it will. Yeah, but you know what? I firmly believe there's room for this industry for all of us. I mean, once we go recreational, they really don't have a sense of what the true numbers are. A lot of people do it already, and they don't have licenses. I mean, Toronto and Ontario is a little different from BC and Canada, where I'm from. I mean, there's a couple of cities in BC where pot is actual currency.
Correct, yeah.
Right now, lad, you can go down to the grocery store and buy yourself some groceries with a bag. So,
yes.
It's a little different from here and there, right?
Yeah. As far as the micro cultivator end of the things, some people call it the craft end. Is it something where, obviously, you don't have to be as big of have as much money, company, all that stuff? Right. Is it something where is obtainable for 2 or 3 people to get together to form something?
It is attainable. Again, it's the regulations are still quite strict. There is still some wiggling and, variances of what you need to do to get that. But, you know what? Anything's possible. If you got a good team, 2, 3 guys, 20 guys. Right. You got a good team, you can make it happen.
Yeah, you don't need as much money behind you, I guess.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Totally.
Smaller in structure, but you got to start somewhere, and hopefully maybe those micro people can.
Well, you can eventually, do amendments to your application and build your company. And you know what I mean? It's a wonderful place. I mean, the industry right now, again, I can't say it enough. We're only at the beginning, man. We got a long way to go.
We sure do. Oh, he's gone back. He's left again.
Well, I don't know if you're interested, but on the security side of things, just doing an interview here. On the security side of things for facilities, for micro growers, all of that type of stuff. Nelson here would probably be a guy to talk to you about security on that kind of aspect.
Yeah. All right. Got a few minutes? I'm live on the radio. I have another guy in my ear. All right. He's downstairs. Okay. He's charging up equipment. So, wait just a second. Have you got a website where people can find you?
Yes. We're at trichomeconsulting.com. www.trichomeconsulting.com.
All right, super. Thank you. All right. So you're with security and the things?
I'm with Fedora Security. That's right. Yep.
Okay. So, I guess, over the last 17 years, patients have been legally allowed to grow. I don't know how much of a market there was for security during that time, but I got to assume now with recreational coming, more people obviously are going to be growing inside.
Well, there's a big change, right? Because now they're taking an industry that's been illegal for so long, dragging it into the modern era, and trying to make the general public more acceptant to it. So the regulations are stiff, and depending on what regulatory body you ask, right? So being Canadian, being federally regulated, Health Canada says you have to comply with X. If you move south to the states and you ask different bodies, whether it's Colorado or Michigan or Florida, everybody's got their own take on what regulations and what requirements can be. I guess the complexity of it is It's a little problematic. You have to navigate a little bit more, and unfortunately, they're not asking the security industry what some of the best practices are. They're just getting together and kind of deciding, for example, that you need 2 years of storage for video information.
They need more than that, don't they?
Well, that's a big nut for a lot of people to have to expense, right? Put on their budget item.
Yeah, that's a bunch of memory space.
That's a bunch of memory space, right?
So you're setting up security and all that for licensed producers here in Canada, people down in the USA as well. Has there been changes? There's been some changes over security between the big LPs and the micro growers, right?
Yeah, well, the micro grows, that there's some larger LPs, right, that are a little perplexed by the released or the relaxed regulations for a micro grow, for example, right? Because they had to come out of pocket quite extensively to support their grow, but then a micro grow can come in and have 4 to 6 cameras and less security, right?
Yes, yeah, because the LP, from my understanding, was pretty stringent with card swipes, camera coverage, exits, hallways.
There is more than enough security in an LP to cover the property, right?
And it's more than just camera.
Well, it is, and unfortunately, the Health Canada is very vague on a lot of this stuff, so they have a tendency to come back after an evidence package has been delivered and say, we want you to do this and we want you to do this, and there's multiple points related to what if a guy climbed a tree, what if a guy drove a box truck up to your fence and put a ladder over, or decided to do a backflip and landed in your property, and now what do you do next? And so there's all these pieces of layers of security upon layers, right? And it's extensive. So it's good for me, right? Because it's an invoice I get to collect on.
Sure.
But personally, as an industry expert, I don't think it's quite necessary, the extent that they've gone.
They've really gone pretty stringent. Yeah. Yeah.
They're trying to make the general public more acceptable to the industry.
Would it be just as stringent as a pharmaceutical company as far as what they have to go through?
Yes.
Is that? Yeah. I've heard that, but now I'm hearing right from the guy who's done it.
There are. So there's detection on the fenced perimeter. There's detection around the perimeter of the building, and then inside the building there's motion detection and access control throughout the complex, along with the video evidence. So it's very, very thorough.
All those doors opening, all has to be recorded.
Oh yeah, and it even goes so far as to have in the more secured areas, you have to have a supervisor in first before an employee can go in. So if I'm a responsible party in charge, I have to go in before my employee can, and I have to leave before my employee can leave that space.
Oh,
They even standardize a lot of the procedures inside.
Oh wow, it really gets right down to it, doesn't it? It's not like an open factory, people walking around everywhere.
No.
All right, well, that's great. Is there anywhere people can find?
FedoraSecurity.com.
Security.com. Super. All right, well, thanks for the conversation. We'll make our way along. All righty, thank you. Okay, Al. I heard you say something there to me, but I couldn't make it out. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, it's really loud over here.
Is it?
Okay, I want to talk to Scott here, but he's talking to someone again.
Is he? Why don't you go check the other booth?
Well, he knows I'm here. I've already nodded at him when I was talking to the security guy.
Oh, Scott.
Pets?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Smarter place to watch out for after we're all taken care of medically will be pets.
Pets. Yeah, actually tomorrow, I think it's 12:30, main stage, cannabis and pets discussion here.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there's no booth. I haven't seen a.
Let me look.
I haven't seen a booth
I got the book here.
Well, I think he's here. I just met him.
Oh, that was the guy you were just talking to there.
You want to interview him?
Yeah. I
It's at 12:45, Al.
12:45 tomorrow.
12:45 tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Cannabis and pets. I know that they're going to make a product release here at the expo, and it is a thing on for cats.
Well, it's
hey, Harry.
Cannabis and pets,
Good.
medical cannabis treatments, and veterinary medicine.
Okay, I got us another quick interview here.
Who's that?
All right, my fellow's saying to me, "Who are you?"
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
You enjoying the show?
Yes.
I am. So I'm the president and CEO of Mojo Full Spectrum CBD Pet Supplements. We're the first company in Canada to roll out the first CBD full spectrum pet supplement in retail stores, now basically selling in Global Pets. We manufacture under SQF manufacturing, which is Safe Quality Food Manufacturing, under Treat Manufacturing certification. So we have a very high standard in our manufacturing of our rollout of our first supplement being a liver snap. And then, of course, we buy our CBD in Canada from BC. The company is 100% all Canadian and will stay that way and supply pet owners across Canada with a certified, third-party, tested product. So they can feel not only is the CBD of the highest quality and tested, but also the actual product, the liver snaps, are SQF certified. So the bag is $33.99. Each liver snap is 2.5 milligrams per snap. So it'll last you about a month. Typically, you're about 1 milligram for every 10 pounds of dog when you look at CBD. And the reason why we only sell CBD is because full spectrum CBD is the only one on the market that has the therapeutic effects that dogs suffer from: arthritis, inflammation, anxiety, stress, cancer, as an example, which is what our product helps dogs with. And including older dogs advancing in their elderly years, full spectrum is very, very healthy and very vital for them.
Now, some people would say, is there any THC in that?
So that's a great question. So our product is only hemp-based. So, of course, as you know, hemp-based doesn't carry any THC other than about what they call about less than 0.03% over cannabis, which has a vast variety of ranges in THC. THC is actually toxic to pets. So, of course, it's very important to us that we only manufacture full spectrum from hemp, which the cannabinoids are no different in the hemp or the cannabis. They're exactly the same. The only other cannabinoid in the hemp is the THC that everybody's looking for in some cases. There's still a lot of therapeutic going on with humans where they don't want the THC and they'll buy full spectrum cannabinol from hemp and get the exact same benefits if it was the same cannabinol with THC in it, except the other patient wants the THC to get the psychoactive effects. So non-psychoactive is our product.
Yeah, so you're not going to get little Grover too high or anything like that. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Now, I know myself, I've had people reach out to me as an advocate looking for information and stuff on, for dogs.
Absolutely. So they can go to Mojo petsupplements.com. That's MOJO pet, PET, supplements with an SUPPLEMENTS.com. They can buy them there with a 20% discount. They're $33.99 with free shipping and a 20% discount if you buy online through us. In retail stores, they're $33.99 to $37.99. I've actually seen some Global Pets.
And dogs plus any other?
So right now we're just rolling out the liver snap for dogs, for canines. Once we move further down into 2018 and look at 2019, we've got a couple of things happening. We're rolling out the next product will be a do you remember what the chocolate macaroons look like? Yeah. Okay, so this is what the liver snap looks like, okay, about the size of a quarter in essence. And then, of course, we're going to roll out a sweet potato, same shape, same look, chewy sweet potato, and also a chewy apple. Again, full spectrum CBD. And then we're looking at a cat line.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was my next question. Cats. I got both cats and dogs. So.
Right. Yeah.
CBD for birds? Nah.
No. Yeah, you remember, all about, with humans and pets, it's about weight.
Birds used to eat hemp seed all the time.
Well, they do, but administering it, trying to figure out what a bird weighs, and then trying to give them some micro milligrams is going to be rather difficult. All right.
Well, this has been great talking to you. I know someone's having a talk tomorrow here at the main stage about this. And, more people want to find out, and we need to.
That's great. And thanks for the opportunity to get some airtime with you guys.
All right. You're welcome.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Cheers. All right. Hey, how are you, Scott?
Yes. Al. How are you, buddy?
I got the other Al in my ear.
Oh, hey, Al.
Al. Okay, Scott says hi.
Hey, Scott, I'll come up and say hi in a bit.
So, you liking the show?
He says he'll be up once he gets a little more charge on his battery.
Perfect. Love to see you.
Okay, big question. This is why I wanted to find an insurance guy. Canada's on the verge of legalizing cannabis. The government doesn't like the idea of people growing outside where it can be seen. You know, it's okay to walk by a patio that's got a license, or a restaurant with a licensed patio, and people out there drinking, but we can't allow them to see a cannabis plant growing. So obviously people are going to be growing in their houses. What's the insurance industry going to be looking at when now millions of Canadians can grow inside houses legally, and right now insurance companies have problems with people who grow cannabis? What's the future look like?
That's an excellent question, obviously, and one of the things that we've been approached on by some media companies is that exact question, meaning the Globe and Mail saying, well, what's going to happen, when it comes time for, everybody to be doing it. There's a form in our business called the CSIO form, which is a standard homeowners form, and I suspect they're going to have to invent or create a question on there that, are you growing cannabis at home? Yes, no. Okay, yes. All right, what controls do you have in place? Meaning, is it inside or outside, and that sort of stuff. And regarding growing outside and not letting anybody to see, all that really means to me, my interpretation is just don't grow it in your front yard, right? Like, I got a backyard, right? And I think that's really what they care about. They just don't want you growing it in the front yard. And
at front with the tulips.
Yeah, although we all know it should be able to. But that's, right now we're 2018. Cannabis is legalizing. And you know what? We have to sort of say what we can. Yes. Yeah.
Presently, for the medical users, there is a cannabis policy available now?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I've been doing for 9 years. We have over 1,000 homeowners insured across Canada that are for patients who are growing cannabis. I've been doing this before there was commercial producers, and 2 of my MMAR clients successfully transitioned into LPs back when MMPR came. But as the ACMPR was allowed to keep everybody growing, we obviously got busy again, and we're still going fast. But we also work with the LPs. And at present, I'm working with 9 of them, and we're able to be very competitive. We have a team of 6 people. We know cannabis. All the people that work for me understand cannabis. The insurance markets that we work with and talk to, we make sure that when we tell them that they've got their license in place, that they understand that there's so many cameras and the place is basically built like a Fort Knox. I don't want to deal with an insurance company who has no idea the concept of what it means to be regulated, right? Oh, well, then how many alarm systems do they have? So I work only with guys that understand it. And in the end, it's that knowledge that gives us a leg up as well with the insurers.
For sure, exactly. So let's say like a person that, like myself, a patient who wants protection for their home, are they looking at a huge financial?
No, well, we're at a point now where we're on the verge of the economy of scales, meaning we have enough volume that people are paying extreme attention to us. The premiums, in my opinion, in the past have not been fair, but they haven't been unaffordable. And it's better to have insurance than no insurance. So it's been kind of what we've been up to. The premiums have come down almost every year. And we're at a point now where we're dealing with companies that are offering the right coverages at very reasonable premiums. So the pricing is not an issue now as it used to be.
So let's say like I have a broker in the town I work with. That person could get a hold of you or your insurance company?
That's like a sub-brokering, because we are a broker as well. And we have a web-based model, and we operate out of British Columbia, but we operate all across Canada. We're licensed in every province except for Quebec. And the vertical group that we work with, the Axis Group of Insurance, they have 52 agencies, I believe, and we're all part of the same team. So we actually have clout with the insurance companies as if we're a Marshmac or Aon, like very, very large brokerages. But So, somebody in Ontario would have to get a hold of us on the website, and we'd be able to download a policy and do everything like that. Same thing in BC. However, we're getting close to, we want to be into a sub-broker model where we can say, tell your broker to call us and we'll do this and we'll do that, right? And in that way, it will get to a lot more people a lot quicker. It's just we're sub-brokering is challenging, and especially when you want to do it with cannabis.
Yeah, I can just imagine, for sure, because there's not too many companies out there that I'm aware of that actually do cover the cannabis. So it was good to, we're friends on Facebook, and I went, I got to talk to this guy.
Yeah, well, you remember I bumped into you guys at O Cannabis? Yeah. And I walked around and we interviewed John Conroy and all those guys. Yeah, he's the best, John. Just one of them, David. Yeah. Web is probably the easiest and the best. www.mmip.ca. That's mmip.ca, standing for Medical Marijuana Insurance Program.
All right, super. Well, thanks a lot, Scott. I'm gonna grab one of your cards and I'll get one of my lovely ladies to get a hold of you. Looking for a forward interview on the Patriot Show.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Thank you.
See you again, man.
All right. You too. Thank you. All right, Al.
Yes, sir.
We're making our way back to that booth.
Okay, we'll see if we can get that one in.
Oh,
and then...
you want to check Resolve?
Oh, yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the vape booth. I don't know. What time is it?
It's 1:45. They're open till 6, but you wanted to go, so.
Yeah, I know.
We'll make Al feel bad.
Yeah, it's only a few hour ride home.
Yeah, I'm dead beat now.
yeah, you got a lot less to drive, eh?
Yeah, oh wow, eh? I don't have a 3.5 hour drive home now from doing this, walking around all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is big enough now that I think we could have came here for all 3 days. I think we could have came here for all 3 days and not got everybody.
Back tomorrow.
Well,
I'm going to want.
Changed.
My plans changed. I still haven't seen every booth, and I really am excited.
I'm going to come back tomorrow too. I'm going to come tomorrow and actually wander and say hello and blah 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 blah. Just on my own, right?
Yeah, just come as yourself and
without a heavy bag.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm really interested in hearing, and I hope I can hear this, the cannabis thing and the announcements and stuff. So.
Yes.
For pets.
For pets, yeah. That wasn't the guy that was doing the interview, but it was just funny that we ran into a guy.
Yes.
And Aaron does a wonderful job of talking to people and then saying, hey, there's Rosemary. She's got her camera going. She's been at every expo for years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Are we almost there yet?
Are we there yet?
Excuse me, sorry. I think I just walked in front of somebody. Okay. Botanicare.
Look at all those pot people.
Yeah, we're close. I know we're close. We're close.
Not as many people out there.
Okay, I recognize. There we are. We got the right one here.
You almost there?
I am here. I have made it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's.
Do you want me to come up?
If you'd like to. If he's sort of looks like he's making time for us right now.
I got 57%. I can come up. I'll pack my stuff up, and then I'll come gather Sandra when we're ready to leave. I'll be up in a minute.
You'll be here in a minute? Okay, yep. Al's coming up. He's got about 60% there now. So. Good. It's not long enough. We were just discussing that along here. We could have came here for all 3 days, and there's no way we'd even still be able to talk to everybody you want to talk to. There's just so many. It's twice the size. It's huge. It's
incredible. It's really impressive.
I've been to every expo that's been here since 2010, and this is the largest. Size-wise, as far as the number of booths and vendors that are here, right?
MJ BISCON in August.
MJ
BISCON, the one out of the U.S. They're coming here.
Oh, are they really? Oh,
That's the one that they do in Vegas. The big one in Vegas. Same company.
Oh, okay. Well, they had what was that? Champs. You can't hear me? We had it. Oh, him, yeah. Because he didn't know I was interviewing. He doesn't even know if I'm live or anything. I was going to stick the mic in front of him. The Champs Expo. It came out of Las Vegas. They have a big one down there. So you say there's another one coming up here? Another big trade show in August? And it's going to be here? Do you know? Toronto someplace. Holy smokes. No, I haven't heard of that yet. Yeah, for sure. August. Do you know? You don't know, just in August. Okay, we'll have to look into that now. Make sure it doesn't collide with our other date, because we do have an event we're going to in August. August the 11th, yes. Well, no, we're doing another event. We're going to cover it, and it's on August 11th. Might be the same. It might be. Well, this is in Tenaganaga, out by Belleville. It's actually a cannabis music fest. It's the first ever Indigenous music fest, cannabis music fest. Yes.
Well, you are. I am now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm always figured I'm on until you tell me I'm not live or, ow, hang on. Are you making your way up here?
I am. I'm going to go poke Val first.
Okay, I got this guy's attention. Okay.
Poking Val thusly. I got to go. See you after.
Yeah. Tell her you'll be right back. He's up here. He's just making his way along. Do you?
All right, where am I going? Oh, yeah, over here.
It's a happy mic.
It is.
It's a happy microphone.
I had a black one on there earlier.
Oh, black is boring. You know.
Yeah.
It's a happy
mic. Doesn't it?
Like when you interview people and they answer, they'll be happy.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm around the corner.
You're just around the corner.
I'm around the corner.
Yeah. He's
here. I come.
Al has some interest in this inhaler here.
I understand what you're doing here. Do you have a headset?
Yeah. Inside my bag here, I have my equipment. Okay. I have my headset here. I actually have other headsets. I am. I'm talking to somebody else, and he's coming around the corner here shortly. But I've got another set of headsets that I would have. Sometimes we'll have people from across Canada join us. Okay. Lifestyle Radio, we have 6 different hosts.
Are you going live on this?
Yes, yeah. We have six hosts for different shows that we do live every week. Okay. And every once in a while we do one of these road shows live. We go live on location. And we'll have these other hosts join us.
They could be. Your partner is here.
Yes, he is. We could have somebody from Halifax or somebody from BC involved in the show and asking questions and all that. So we'll give our guests the headphones so they can hear those questions from those other people. But nobody's going to be calling in. No, nobody. There's no calling. It's just the two of us today. So you can see us both here.
Do you find that you have a shoulder problem when you use that bag like that?
No, I don't. No. It would be. Yeah, it would be. I got to access it every once in a while. Right? I got to be able to get to the phone.
I'm just going to put my mic here so I can use my mic.
But you have Butterfly that can help you.
Yes, Butterfly has been great. She does everything from photos for us. She goes ahead of us and talks to people and sort of prearranges some interviews. Yes. I can't hear you on my headphones, just so you know. Yeah, I know, but okay.
Anyways, I have some interest in slowly going from using massive amounts of bud to shatters and other concentrates through this wonderful toy called a shatterizer. But when someone doesn't want to smoke, doesn't want to eat, now and then, this is a great idea. First of all, introduce yourself, and then...
So are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live now. No, but they can.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure. Okay. I can't hear you.
You're live. Yeah, keep it up there.
Okay, so your name is Rob.
Yes, I'm Rob Adelson. I'm the CEO of Resolve Digital Health. Really happy to be here in Toronto at Lift Canada 2018. Very exciting to see the industry here today. We've been in the industry for about 4 years. We started off with a question about how can we make medical cannabis medical. I'm not a third generation cannabis person, somebody who was kind of skeptical maybe 10 years ago about this. But people I knew were using cannabis for serious health conditions. And over time, I started to realize that this is actually real, it's legitimate, but a lot of the people that were trying to find solutions had to go through very strange experiences. They had to look at 2,000 plants and figure out the plants that they needed. They had to figure out dosing. They had to figure out delivery systems. They had to walk in bong stores. And for somebody who's going through cancer or they've got severe...
a lot of information to process.
It's also, asking somebody to figure out this whole new world when they're healthy is a big enough challenge. But when they're maybe at their worst, it's not fair for them to have to go through that process.
It's like kicking somebody when they're down.
Well, and the thing is, the plant can do so much for people.
Mm-hmm.
And our whole premise was, how do we make it medical? How do we give them an experience where we can solve problems for them, such as the problem of what strain to take, what the dosing size should be. How do we help them keep track of what they're taking and when they take it so they can really tune in on their requirements? And that's what we did. We set out to create a digital health company that has a smart vaporizer. We've got formulations specific to a number of health conditions. We've got software, we've got apps, we've got a big data back end, and we have
this whole thing on your phone.
Yeah,
like
it's you download our app and then it connects to the vaporizer, and it allows you to check in throughout the day. Every time you have a dose, you check in before the dose to tell us how you feel, what's your pain level, what's your functionality level. Then you dose, and about 10 minutes later, it reminds you to check in again. And then what we do is we gauge the effectiveness of each dose. So we can correlate that against so many things. So, for example, when people log in, when they sign up, we find out about their family health, their personal health, the meds that they're taking. We have a GPS in our device, but of course we all have them in our phones these days. So we can figure out what the pollen count was. So if somebody is, let's say, a chronic pain patient, we help them figure out what to take, when to take it, and we basically try to gauge the effectiveness of every time they have a dose.
I've used a few apps, StrainPrint, one of them. There's a few other ones that aren't as widely known, and I have ADHD, so I find that it's very scientific. I love looking at the bud. I love looking at the thing. This will remove that, but on a medicine side of thing, it's like an inhaler. Like, when I have an asthma attack, I have a puff, I go about my day. We're learning how to go from the pothead dumb to medicating.
Well, there's a lot of things that we're learning in the field of medical cannabis. There's not enough research out there. One of the main goals of our company is to collect as much research as we can. Our goal is to get the equivalent of 20 years of data in the next year and a half. We're looking to collect data on different strains, understanding the molecules, understanding how to make it more effective for people with various health conditions. And our system tracks everything. So it's very helpful in that way. But just back to strains, the issue that we have with strains is that you have an idea for what you're using. There's a name, but a name for, let's say, AK-47, and you walk into 5 different places, and maybe it was all the same plant at one point, but there's so many variations. So for us, understanding what's inside the formulation is more important. So we want to know about THC and CBD and terpene profiles and the lesser-known cannabinoids, how much they're in the formulation, but also what the ratios are, how they compare to each other. And with that, we're able to find out what exactly in the plant is working, and then we can refine it.
Yeah. So it's a capsule that goes into a device.
Yeah, so we have a pod system, and we have a cartridge system. So you basically take the formulation, drop it into the device. The device knows what's in the formulation, and it will heat it up in a very specific way.
Now, is it cannabis in the pod itself, or is it a mixture that you've come up with?
It's the cannabis in the pod. Okay. And what we found is the way we heat it up is very important. Yes. We heat it up very differently from how most vaporizers work. Okay. We heat it up slowly, and we found that we're able to increase bioavailability by like 100%, which means basically you can use almost half the amount of cannabis to get the same effect.
That makes sense to me because I won't say the name, but I've got a bud vaporizer that I use, not use kind of thing. But what I do like about it is it's variable temperature. And I'll start down here knowing that the higher I go, the different cannabinoids burn off.
Right.
So I'll start at 160 and go all the way up to 420, whatever, because I don't mind burning the bud.
Right.
But if you have that kind of control, you have a way of getting all of your cannabinoids in there.
Absolutely. And we are so fascinated with how terpenes work. We all know about the entourage effect.
Terpenes is the key.
It's incredible. Like we did a very detailed beta test in California last summer, and we had about 50 pain patients. All of them have had chronic pain, still have chronic pain. And we had somebody come in. She was in a car accident, and her shoulder was pretty much frozen in place. It was kind of frozen in a very awkward-looking position. And she sat down and started using our vaporizer, and within about a minute, her shoulder just relaxed down, and she was able to move her arm. So this was at a temperature where we know cannabinoids aren't even released. It was only terpenes.
Well, you get, one of the things that I love about cannabis is that when you're sitting there and you've got the right strain for you at that right minute, and then you take a toke and everything goes numb. Your feet stop hurting, your head stops hurting, your bones start hurting, and you're just like, yeah, and you go about your day.
Yeah, instant relief. And I'll tell you, one of the things for us, it amazes me every time I read about the number of people in North America that have chronic pain. Yeah. So 1 out of 5 people. Yeah. So 20% of our population has chronic pain. It's an incredibly large number. And, so one of our big focuses is to work with people with chronic pain. We've got great doctors. We've got a fantastic advisory board. So when we put together programs and formulations, it's based on the best doctors in the field that are working with patients and have been doing it for a long time. And what we found is it's not enough to just manage pain. We also need to measure and manage functionality. So, for example, did you drop the kids off at school? Did you go to work? Were you able to go to the grocery store? And, when you look at the goal of a chronic pain patient, ideally their number one goal would be to not have any pain. Yes. But it's very difficult sometimes because it comes and it goes. It gets...
I have neuro pain. I have diabetes. And I also have fibro and arthritis. So, I get the pains different places.
Right.
And it doesn't always go away with this strain, but then the other stuff might go away with that strain.
Right. So what we do in our system is we try to work with the patients to understand their goals. So, for example, we hear this a lot, that a pain patient wants to be at their best between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
That's when the kids come home. They want to have a nice dinner with them. They want to put them to sleep. They want to be not just have their pain under control, but they want to be very present.
Yeah.
So that's really important. Of course, they want to go to work. They want to live a normal life. But our system allows us to help patients by really honing in on the therapeutic dosing that they need throughout the day. Because we need our pain, all of our pain curves are very different. If you and I, if we stub our toe, we'd probably have the same pain curve. It comes in really quickly, and it goes away after 30 seconds.
Sometimes it's like, whoa.
we might swear, it might be sudden, but it goes away within a few minutes. But the way chronic pain patients experience pain it's constant, but it also, you might not feel it very deeply in the morning, and it slowly rises up. Some people wake up and it's severe and it lasts for like an hour and a half and then it goes down. So we all have our own pain curve. So one of the things we do is try to empower patients through data. Yeah. We try to give them a sense for what their personal pain curve is.
You probably give them a lift up too.
Well, so first of all, we need them to see how they experience pain. And then they say, yes, that's how my day usually works. Yes. And then we say, now that you know this, let's figure out what your therapeutic doses are throughout the day. You might need a little bit in the morning. Late morning, you might need a lot.
Yes.
And we work with them to figure out what their dosing is like. And our system keeps track of it. And then at some point, we have artificial intelligence algorithms, same as Netflix, that helps you figure out the TV show to watch next. We do that with dosing.
Facebook
and
just got in trouble for.
Okay. Right. But what we do with the algorithms is we use them to help people get ahead of their diagnose, but also get ahead of their pain. Okay. So it might be that you're taking something at 10 in the morning, and that helps you manage the pain that you have. But maybe taking a smaller dose at 9:30 gets you ahead of the pain, and then your pain level doesn't go as high as it could. Yeah. So our company is really focused on collecting data. And with that data, we come up with the best formulations.
And you can, with the help of your app, you can actually dial it in a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. So we have adaptive dosing, is what we call it. So you can basically check in, and however you're feeling at any given point.
If you need a little more, you just
need a little bit more. You can change it, and what it can say also is it can say that if you say that you're feeling threshold pain.
Yes.
You can try a higher amount, or it can come back to you and say, people like you who have the same health condition, who have threshold pain, typically like this. And then you can get a recommendation based on people like you who are in our ecosystem. And that's really helpful because...
So you have a chat, like a kind of message system or a conversation
Well, we
system?
collect information, so we'd be able to come back to you with 20,000 people who are like you. And we can say they
this
typically...
is what 22,000 other people did.
This is and we find that people like you, if they go for a 30-minute walk every day, their pain level isn't as high the next day. Yeah. I'm making that up, but that kind of insight is what we can provide. And you know what? It's today's social media and the technology we have. We're all used to it. It's a given for us. But leveraging that so we can share information, it's incredible. This is the most exciting time in medicine to be able to figure out what works for you.
I have some mental health issues. Are you looking into things like that? Because
we are.
ADHD, I get an anxiety or a panic attack, and I instantly need relief. This in my pocket does that for me. But with the herb pens that are out there, you only get 1 or 2 tokes out of it. What is the longevity of this? How long does a capsule last? How many times can you medicate?
Yeah, so just to answer the question about different areas, so in the medical cannabis world, 70% of patients have pain of one kind or another. So that's the biggest. Our goal as a company is to support people who are suffering, to help them.
Okay.
So we're going after that market first. It's the biggest and most important.
And you get the other markets along the way.
Yeah, and then sleep is huge, and anxiety and depression. We look at the numbers of people that are experiencing these issues. It's huge.
Now,
PTSD, absolutely. So we're starting with that, and then we'll move into different areas.
Okay.
And then the second part of what you were talking about was
how many rounds do you get out of a capsule?
So what we found is that cannabis, the way cannabis enters the body, we believe our vaporizer is one of the best ways to use it because the onset is faster than anything. Yeah, and the thing is with edibles can take for 30 minutes for some people, 90 minutes for others. So it's very hard to predict.
And at some strains, 20 minutes or so before you feel the effects, and some
Absolutely.
strains are instant.
Exactly. Yeah. So what we look at is when somebody has a dose, it usually lasts for about 2 hours.
Yes.
That's sort of a decent level of.
That's a whole capsule.
That's a whole capsule, but that might only be 50 milligrams.
Okay.
The dosing is smaller.
We're talking microdosing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't call it microdosing. Okay, we call it an accurate therapeutic dose. Because the idea is a lot of people are talking about microdosing, and I feel like it's very inaccurate.
Okay.
I think they call it a microdose because whatever they were taking before.
For me, that's a microdose.
Yeah. So for us, a therapeutic dose would be, okay, I'm in pain right now. I need something to relieve me of my pain for the next 2 hours. Well, it might be that you just need 50 milligrams.
Yes.
So a 50 milligram dose is not a microdose, it's an accurate dose.
Okay.
So for you to understand what your accurate dose is, what your accurate therapeutic dose is important. So, and our system does that.
Sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. And then you might need 100 milligrams later in the afternoon. So it's not just about taking less, it's about taking the right amount.
Now, so each capsule that you put in, what did you call it?
Pods.
Pod. Okay,
yeah.
Each pod that you put in, how many doses do you get out of a pod?
So we have 3 different sized pods, 50 milligrams, 100, and 200.
Okay.
And each one of these is for one session.
So if you put a 200 in, but you only wanted 50 milligrams, you could dial that in?
You could do it, but it's better to take the 50 milligram, and here's why. What we know is if you use the whole plant and you take advantage of the entourage effect, cannabis can work really, really well. If you try to just use part of the plant, if you're using just THC alone, you might not get the same therapeutic effect. In fact, you might not even feel well. You won't feel bad, but what we found is if you can take, let's say, even a 50 milligram dose, and going through our heating profile, we get the lower temperature terpenes, then we get some of the cannabinoids, then we get into THC, and you can get to use the whole dose very, very effectively, but you have to use the whole pod. So it'd be like taking a pill. You have to use the whole thing, and it takes a couple of minutes, and you've got a full, complete dose.
Now, what about, like, when I take a draw off of my vaporizer, I'm like, is there an urge to cough after this? Because
well, that was the first thing. After sitting down with a lot of patients and watching them vape, what we realized was we needed to come up with a vaporizer that didn't irritate the throat or lungs and didn't make people cough.
Okay.
So that's what we did. We have a ventilation system is one aspect of it, but the key part is by heating it up in a slow way, they're able to get the terpenes and the cannabinoids into their bodies without having... It heats it up very slowly, and it's very... In fact, if you tried it, you would ask me if it was working.
Yes.
Because you're not going to get a big puff of smoke. You're not going to get a big vape cloud. You're going to taste something. It tastes really nice. You'll taste it. But it's going to be it's almost like breathing in the vapor from a shower. It's very gentle.
Well, I remember when I first tried a vaporizer, I was like, is it working? I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. I'm not tasting anything. And then it works.
Right.
You know, I'm enjoying watching people go from bud to vape, because one of the things my doctor said to me when he signed my MMAR, because I've been around a while, was no smoking.
Right.
And a lot of doctors are saying that now.
Right.
Even though he knows I'm smoking. But, I mean, I've gone, with the help of a vaporizer, I've gone from a quarter a day sometimes, depending on my pain levels and my brain function, to 2 or 3 every other day. You know?
Yeah, well, you know what? Vaporization is really the next generation, and it works exceptionally well. And as we tune into, you know, the best formulations, what's the right amount of terpenes, what's the right amount of cannabinoids, we can really customize formulations. And our vaporizer is really a next generation device. How we heat it up, the fact that we keep track of everything you take. It's got machine learning in it. It's really there to help you, to support you in using cannabis, keeps a record. And, you know, one of the things that...
the keeping the record thing.
It is.
Because you can plug your doctor right into it, can't you?
Well, absolutely. And one of the things that we hear from doctors all the time is, especially for pain patients, they come back to an appointment after a month, and the doctor asks how they're doing. Yeah. And they might say, well, today was good, but, you know, last week was okay.
And they look at it.
Well,
just
but
like my
with us,
diabetic meter.
Right, so we can actually produce reports for doctors, and the doctor can see how bad the pain was, when the pain happened. And we keep track of not only patients using cannabis, but also if they're using Percocet, if they're using other meds, we keep track of what they take, what the side effects might be. and we can provide a lot of information.
What other people, what people are using other than cannabis?
Yeah, well, we ask them to check in.
Oh,
we
okay.
ask them to check in every time.
So it's not like there's a sniffing thing in there.
No.
You're using opiates too.
No. And we also are designing programs to help people get off opioids.
Yeah, well then I could see that working very quickly.
Yeah, and we've met a lot of people who are on opioids, and incredible people who, if you think like running an Ironman is hard, these people who got off opioids, they went through a lot of hard work to do it. So we're designing programs right now, developing formulations, working with addiction specialists to come up with programs to help people get off opioids. It's really important.
I know a lot of people that would love to talk to you, so I'd like to have you come on the show one day.
Love to.
We do it on a Friday evening. It's much like just sitting around the living room talking about whatever comes up, as well as products like yourself. It's called Resolve, and you're releasing it when? It's not released yet, right?
We're releasing it this summer.
Okay.
And it'll be a pleasure to talk to you.
I did read the press stuff they sent me.
Yeah, and we're really excited to go to market in Canada. We're going to be selling it through the U.S., Australia, soon in Europe. So it's really exciting to be a technology company in this amazing cannabis space with an opportunity to help people globally. Yeah. Very, very exciting opportunity.
I can't wait to try one. So please, when you have one available, let me know.
My pleasure. Be happy to do it.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you so much for your time.
This will be, I'll send you a copy when I get home. We can send you a little copy of it. You can hear of it. So we've been talking with Rob Adelson of Resolve Digital Health. And it's a new vaporizer that's coming out for the medical side of things.
Correct.
And I'm looking forward to trying it. So when you have a demo model, please let me know.
Be a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Where'd Al go? No problem at all. No problem at all. Al, here, take your mic and say hello.
Hello. I'm back.
So, I think that we're going to wrap it up. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've been live here at the Lifting Company. I think it's
Lifting Co. Correct.
And
just Lyft is just like everybody else. They're being swallowed up by larger fish.
There's a lot of people involved now. So, podcasts will be up shortly. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.